Hey guys, it's Dee from DeesDivineGuidance here for the sign of Sagittarius for July of 2020. If this is your first time to my channel, I want to say welcome. My name is Dee. I'm a spiritual empowerment coach and healer, and I help women heal from toxic relationships through divine guidance and spiritual practices. All right. If you haven't already, you want to hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell notification to get notified when I have new readings coming out, which are monthly, weekly, weekend, and the new moon and full moon. All right. Let's see what else is going on. I also usually do my Reiki energy healings with my tarot on the monthly readings, but unfortunately I'm running out of time this month, so therefore I will not be including that. So you will get the message from Spirit in here, and if you are missing the Reiki energy healings, you can check out my Reiki Vault, which has over 60 to 70 videos, healing videos, archangels, crystals, archangels, chakras, spirituality, past lives, higher self. There's so much in there, so you can check that out in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started here. So the overall energy for you this month is about taking time out. Four of Swords here. So this is about taking the space, taking the time to relax, to clear your mind, to let work go, to let any issues just go. And like I'm hearing 3. So like take 3 days, like maybe the weekend, right now it's July 4th weekend here. It's like maybe take those days and really just relax and don't think about anything anymore. Just let everything go and be very, very present. Okay. So that's the overall energy for the month, is just being very, very present. We have the King of Swords, we have the 9 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Cups. So the King of Swords energy and the 9 of Swords here. So the King of Swords is about being very stern. So in order to do this, you might actually have to start or set some boundaries and really like enforce them. Because again, we have the 9 of Swords here. So it's like, if you want that happy family, if you want the happy home, if you want the life you dream of, it comes on the other side of setting boundaries, because they're making me feel like you're too overwhelmed. You're always trying to help other people. It's time to help yourself. Okay, that's what the 4 of Swords is about spending that time on you. Right? And the 10 of Cups here. So if you want that happy home and what you're wanting, you have to make sure that you're setting firm boundaries so that people aren't overstepping and taking advantage. We've got the 4 of Wands in the middle of the month. We've got the 5 of Swords, and we have the Magician card. So communication stabbed in the back here, and then the Magician, which is the manifesting card. So I'm going to read this in a different way though, because it doesn't make sense with the manifesting. So some of you have to communicate, because some of you, okay, and what I'm about to say, if you don't feel it already, then this is not your message. I want to be very, very clear. If you do not feel it already, this is not your message. But if you have an idea or an inkling or an intuition that your partner is cheating on you, I would definitely feel as though you need to communicate that. You need to get to the bottom of that, because this is the player card here, and it comes after this 5 of Swords. So, make sure that people are being honest with you. And again, narcissistic people will gaslight you, making you think you're the crazy one. So if you bring something up to them, they're going to tell you like, oh, you're crazy. Like, what are you thinking? Like all this stuff, and make you feel like shameful. So be aware of that. It's called gaslighting. So if that resonates with you, I have another playlist on my channel. Just go to the homepage, and if you go down below, you'll see my narcissism series. Watch that, because it's gonna teach you a lot about narcissists. Narcissists are people that, take advantage of other people, manipulate. So if you think you're dealing with that and this resonates with you, definitely check that out, because that's what this is saying to me. So be very aware. And maybe that's why you need to take some time out here, is because you've been gaslit, like you've been made to feel like you're the crazy person. It doesn't just need to be in romantic relationships. I actually have a conference coming up. If you guys are on my email list, you can check that out. where I talk about narcissistic parents and how basically they can gaslight you as well. So like you might have grown up thinking you were the crazy one because your parents were lying to you, yet you were the one, thinking that they were, but they're like making you feel like you're the crazy one. Okay. So take the time out, get your thoughts together. Anybody's energy like that needs to go away from you for a few days so that you can get your own thoughts together instead of constantly battling these people that are telling you these things or manipulating you all the time. So the end of the month here, though, we've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Eight of Swords, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So what I'm telling you here is this month of July is really kind of the starting point. It's where you start to kind of understand it a little bit better. And then moving towards the end of the month, it's kind of like you feel stuck a little bit here, but you're giving yourself the opportunity to keep working on this. So if you're in a relationship like this and this month might be the month where you realize that you're in this type of relationship. I was married for almost 10 years with somebody that I never even knew was a narcissist until I got out of the marriage and then learned all about this. So that could potentially be happening to you where this is where you're starting to realize it all. And basically, you're starting to work on it at the end of the month. You're starting to really understand it and start to work through it and heal through it as well. All right, so let's see what else we have for you. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we've got the Seven of Swords, it says ego, internal politics. So again, it's like going back and forth, right? With politics here. It's the same thing. Your ego is making you feel like, is it me? Is it them? Am I right? Am I wrong? It's just a lot of ego going back and forth. Trust in yourself. Trust in your intuition. Listen to yourself. That's why you need to get away. You need to get away because if somebody's constantly telling you something, you're going to start to believe it because it's just like a positive affirmation. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So if somebody's constantly feeding you something, how to believe, how to think, what to think, that you're going to start to believe it. So you need to get away from who's ever doing that to you. Now the Chariot here is the inspired warrior. So this is all about moving forward, which is what you're doing here. But of course, it's going to take some effort. And we just talked about that at the end of the month. Like, you're going to start to realize this right now. You're going to start to learn more. You might even join my From Pain to Power mentorship to really get you through this. But you are going to start to take effort. You're going to read books. You're going to watch YouTube videos. Whatever it is for you, you're going to start to take the action because now you start to realize it. And you're a fire sign. So it's like you are going to get yourself to where you want to be. The problem has always been is that you were never aware. Well, now it's like your wake-up call. It's a wake-up call this month for you, is seeing things clearly of what you're really dealing with here. So definitely check out that narcissism playlist on my channel to really get clear. And then when you're there, you want to check out my codependency playlist as well. All right, I'll try to add that if I remember at the end of this. Give me a thumbs up if that resonates with you, if you enjoyed the reading. And also, again, if you're missing the Reiki energy healings that I usually do, which would be fabulous for this one, you want to check out the Reiki Vault. I definitely have like the codependency, narcissism, self-worth, all that good stuff in there. So that is down in the description box below. And it also includes all my challenges. Get Over Your Ex challenge would be good for this as well. So you can check that out below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't already, you can follow me over on Facebook. And I will talk to you guys soon. Much love. Have a wonderful month. Bye.